Red, yellow, blue. Not green, red, yellow, blue. Shiny and new. 1 + 1 is 3. 1 + 1's for me. Blue, yellow, red. Blue, yellow, Fred. Could it be true? Doobie doobie doo. Who remembers red, yellow, blue? We certainly do at Car Care Clinic. Red, yellow, blue. Not green. To see how it works, check out the T's and C's on our website.
Next up, we have got the Car Care Clinic 111 Sports and GTs. This is one of the favourite races because you can just kind of do what you want out there. I'll just look at the cars you guys are driving on Louis Scolts. The car gets faster and faster, but you've got to be careful of the lap time, don't you?
Yeah, sure. Lap time is very important. We've had an endless amount of work to get here. We put new motors in X, Y, and Z. So we're extremely happy we're running today. We're extremely happy for the times, but the competition out there is fast and fierce. So if you're not on your game, you're out of the game.
Not in the Golf? Not in the Honda, you're in the Golf?
Yeah. So I broke the wife's car at Bakisa, so I got my own car back, so lucky for that.
Wayne Labotsky, looking forward to this?
Looking forward to it, and well done back in the Golf. I mean, at least you're not in the Zonda yet. Yeah, looking forward to it. It's always a great event out. Great to be back at Zwartkops. Looking forward to it. I think with the temperatures down, the car should be quite quick. I think there's exciting lap times, and I think people need to be careful of breaking out. And let's see how it goes tomorrow.
Pedal to the metal, eh?
Pedal to the metal.
Marius Malherbe in a Porsche 924.
Yep.
That car's probably just about as old as you are, I think. Not far off. Anyway, how's it going out there?
No, absolute fun. It really is. It's a bucket of fun, budget racing, but it's always lucky to come to Zwartkops. I wish some of the other circuits were as organised as Zwartkops, but it's. I think it's.
We have a theory about club level racing that economy hurts it that much, but when I see enthusiasts like you guys coming out there, I don't think it's true somehow.
Yeah, look, you've obviously got to watch the pennies, and the temptation is always to get that extra second. You need bigger brakes or bigger tyres, or I think what 111 does for you is you don't want to go and spend a whole lot of money because you're just going to end up in another category, and then spend even more money to stay in that category. So. If you're happy in your category, don't go and change the car.
Yeah, well, thanks for that info, actually. So triple the fun, 111 racing, guys. Good luck. Give it out there.
Thanks, Dave.
Louis Scolts, keep your car together, please.
We will try. Thanks, Dave.
Red, yellow, blue. Not green. Blue, yellow, red. Blue, yellow, Fred. 1 + 1 is 3. 1 + 1's for me. Red, yellow, blue. Not green. To see how it works, check out the T's and C's on our website.
So there you have it, it's Car Care Clinic time. Yep, 111 Sports and GTs and the 111 Sports and Saloons about to go at it for their first heat of the day. So running 10 lapper here for the first heat. On pole position, Louis Scolts, as you heard, back in the Golf for Car Care Clinic. And he'll be alongside George Economides, who's basically gone back to back. He climbs out of his BMW and climbs into that Volkswagen Golf 1 Turbo for Wealth Avenue. He's on the front row there ahead of Louis Cluty in a very fast stock standard automotive racing Volkswagen Beetle. If you had to buy a Beetle off the floor right now, that's the car you want to buy. Absolutely stock standard Beetle there ahead of Philip Meyer in the 924. And we've got Lucas Besaidnout making a welcome return for Pretoria Noord Toyota. Of course, the man who sponsors the series in terms of the safety car here at Zwartkops. That Pretoria Noord Toyota 86 has done lots of miles around this track, as well as other circuits that we race at as our official safety car and pace car for Extreme Festival's regional championships. Alongside Lucas will be Davy Olivier, also making a welcome return there in the BMW E30. Then you've got Voterus leading out Class A of 111s. In fact, no, it's Class A is led up by Lucas Besaidnout, I beg your pardon. So Voter in second place for Class A for 111 Sports and Saloons in the Car Care Clinic Golf. Then you've got Johan van Heerden in the JVH Performance Volkswagen GTI, and that also a golf-based car. We've got Maritz Leroux in the BMW, Piet Potgieter in the Golf GTI, Lindsay Kleur stepping across into this category. Nice to see that as well. Ahead of Jan van der Vijver and Wayne Labotsky, with Charles Veyers down there as well. So Lubotski and Vales will be fighting for Class B. The GT class is Johan van der Pfeiffer taking on the likes of Leonard Archer. Class C's top competitor was Mel Spur. She outdid Yorick Smith. Class D was Elke van Vledder, the Bat Lady, back in racing ahead of Didi Machila. And then Class E, it was Tian Esterhazen, as we are now ready to go and under starters' orders. So Louis will dictate the pace there in the Car Care Clinic Volkswagen Golf GTI 7. And as those lights go out, we go racing. So let's see who's got what it takes now to beat Louis Scholz around here, pardon. Will it be Louis Cluty in the Beetle? 28 car there coming from the back. That'll be watching out for Lindsay Kleur in the Nathan's Motorsport. Looks like it's still in Team Red Racing colours there for Kleur, as that Polo makes its way down towards turn 2. Could start by the looks of things from Louis Cluty, who was going around the outside of the Porsche of Philip Meyer and gets up into second place. Meyer into third, coming for second, dives back at the Beetle into turn 4 and makes it thick. There comes Voti on the inside, squeezing through there on charge up coming from Leonard Archer. Archer having to go back and fetch his second BMW. His first one let him down, unfortunately, for BMW Car Club Racing Series only about 20 minutes ago. So he now comes up and keeps the fight honest in that mid-pack. Further back we pick up on the Alpha. Nice start there coming out of that Alpha GTV. Looks like it's a bit of a fight on here in the mid-pack as well. All the way down into classes D, E and in class X. And we got Byron Gerbert out there in the E36 325 IS who's running. And looks like Yorick Smith might have got a shape in the background. Coming down the hill, the Mazda MX-5 was a little bit sideways. I just caught a glimpse of him going over the edge, yes, out of turn 7. And the back end stepped out and Yorick had to catch it. Wasn't able to do that. And now stricken on the sideline. So you can see if that car gets going again. Looks like he might have stalled it though on the grass as we go back to the battle up front. So it's Golf 7 GTR versus Volkswagen Beetle versus Porsche. Then the BMW of Davy Olivier. Nice start here as well coming out of Voti Ruiz. Voti at the moment leading things out for Class A, because I don't see Lucas Besaidnout out there. So Lucas Besaidnout got a bit of work to do now to try and come back. If he did have a problem, I don't actually see his car out there at all. So I wonder if there's been a bit of a problem there on the Pretoria No Toyota Lexus. So the Lexus is looking pretty tasty at this point in time, but unfortunately has now gone missing. Economides pushing hard in that Golf. That's the turbo Golf, of course, of George Economides. He's unfortunately dropped behind the usual contenders he'd be fighting with and having to do all the work now from about 6th place on track. Heading through turn 2 will be the leader as this pack comes into turn 1. Votaros at this point in time has got some work to do. Louis doing it all right though. 108. Ooh, he's in trouble. Louis Scholz, 108 is way, way quick. Have to wait and see if that's going to be a breakout or not. That's a very fast lap time from him. Remember, the reason for the original, of course, triple ones. He's not in triple ones. He's in the GD Sports and Saloon, so it's a slightly different format there. But triple ones, if you're running in triple ones, 108 to 111 is what you're allowed to do. If you go quicker than a 108, which is only half a second quicker than Louis, you could be in trouble. So Louis Scott's going to have to be very wary on the lap times he's putting in there. He's close to the breakout mark. He hasn't broken out. And of course, triple ones is exactly what it means. 1 minute 11 around this track, or quicker and you break out. So it's not only racing the cars around you like this big pack. There is Besaidnout right at the back and just ahead of Lindsay Kleur, who joins this class for the first time. And that looks like it's the old Charles Smallberger car that he's actually in there as well. So a bit of work to do there for him. Not quite where he wants to be. Maurice Leroux's in a bit of a fight of his own. And he's working hard as they go down into turn 2 to get on the inside of Van der Pfeiffer. Just squeezing through there is Rechard van Zyl in that Alpha GTV. Coming up on some of the back markers now by the looks of things as well. Yes, back markers being caught by our leading pack. Portkita goes through. No problems at all there for him in the Nathan's Motorsport and Rocky liveried machine there. This is Lucas Besaidnout trying to come back through the pack. He's got Van Zyl up the road from him. And it looks like he's trying to close things down there as well on Van der Vyver and Potgieter. Maritz Leroux will be watching those rearview mirrors, keeping an eye out on the progress of the Lexus. Man we spoke to earlier on there, Wayne Lebotsky, having another superb run here. Lebotsky's always a good man to watch in that Shield Golf. So as they complete another lap, we're almost at the halfway stage. 4 down, 6 to go. Van der Vyver in the Dev Law property development car. That Subaru Works Impressor is always a good car to watch out for, but not when Lindsay Kleur sneaks through there in the Comcare Nathan's Motorsport Golf. Makes up one position. Wouter Roos still hanging on, fighting hard. And it's a good little fight there between Voti and Johan van Heerden. That's for Class A honours in the 111 Sports and Saloons category. Economides up the road from them. Davy Olivier and Philip Meyer, of course, all in the GT class. So they don't have to worry too much, or Wouter doesn't have to worry too much about those cars ahead of him. He must just keep Van Heerden at bay for now. JVH Performance Golf on the back end of that Car Care Clinic Golf. Further back, sort of fight here between the two Hondas as well. So the fight continues there. Naidu fighting with Elke van Vleuten, the Bat Lady, in her Golf 1. Didi Machila just behind that. A couple of cars that were late entries into this pack as well. Possibly even a revised grid on this one, because there's a couple of cars that are not on the grid that I was given. But this car certainly was, and he's doing a superb job to stay out front. So the big boss man of Car Care Clinic, not only putting his money where his mouth is, but also showing the rest of this pack how well this car performs. Beetle is really such an amazing car to watch. Every time I see Louis Cloutier on track with that little Volkswagen Beetle, it's a sight for sore eyes for sure. Great to see a little Volkswagen Beetle, and particularly the ARC racing machine of his, and how fast it is. That's how it stands. Scholz from Cloutier, Meyer, Economides, Davy Olivier. Here comes the battle between Wouter and Johan. Johan applying a bit more pressure now onto the back end of Wouter Roos. Potgieter's on his own sim. Pete Potgieter, of course, third place in Class A, but a little bit further back off the pack of these two. Then it's Rachard van Zyl. He'll be leading Class X at this point. And looks like he's going to keep out Lindsay Kleur and Lucas Poseidon for now. Further back, Class C. And is Mel Spur at the front end of Class C. Looks like she might be. Yes, she is. So Mel Spur leads out Class C, just into the top 18 there, as you can see on the left-hand side graphic. Nice to see another lady joining this category as well, Fabienne Lance, who's just ahead of her. Fabienne, of course, a multiple karting champion in her own right, and doing a lot of social media influence at the moment, but now joining into this pack of very seasoned campaigners. Louis now coming up on the back end of the 227 of Marius Malherbe. We just spoke to him about that 924 Porsche and how much fun he has in it. Not so much fun when the lead cars come past you, but as long as you've had a good dice at some point on track, it's always a good day in the saddle, particularly here at the Arena of Motorsport, Zwartkops International World of Motoring. This is round 3 of the Regional Extreme Festival. If you've just joined us on our live stream, a big welcome to everybody from all around the world. We are into the closing stages here of the Car Care Clinic, GT Sports and Saloons and 111s. Malherbe loses out to the Beetle. 924 GTR about to catch the 924. So Philip Meyer bringing George Economides along for the ride as well. Economides has closed up pretty rapidly on the back end of Philip Meyer. The People Group Porsche about to get on the inside of a fellow Porsche mounted driver. Malhaba gives room there. Economides goes past. Turbo Golf, the Martini Racing colours there, trying to catch the back end of this People Group and Motul sponsored car. Philip Meyer hangs on for now though. How far back is the Beetle? It's too far. Louis got a decent enough margin now to control from there. So Louis Scott's looking for the first win of the day here, with a lap and a half to go. Kluti putting some back markers between himself and the next of the competitors there, Philip Meyer and George Economides. Fabian Lance trying to close things down here. It looks like on the Honda Ballard. And Rob Clark, no, it's not Rob Clark's one, it's the other Ballard, beg your pardon. There are 2 Honda Ballards out there. In fact, that's the Civic, I think. I'm just in front of it, see the back end. So it's one of the Civics that you see a move on there from Fabian Lance. Machila under a bit of a fight. There you go. Alka just showing the way there for our leading cars to come through. Gesticulating through the window. He's just saying go on the left-hand side. 1 to go, and Economides is all over the back end of Meyer. Can George Economides find a way past? Leaders into turn 2. More back markers to negotiate there for Louis. Skoltz and Kluti need to get through and just be well aware of the hard charge for third. Setonado about to be caught now by Louis Skoltz and then Louis Kluti. He might just keep out Louis Kluti, but I don't think he's going to keep out Louis Skoltz. No, Skoltz goes on his inside. And now coming up onto the braking point, up into turn 5. Another back marker to negotiate. Looks like problems there for the 9-7 machine. Pity there for him. Inside line for Louis Skoltz. Gets through on the Honda. And puts 2 Hondas between himself. Looks like Mel might get 1 extra lap. Yeah, she's going to have to complete the final lap. As Louis comes to the line for the race 1 win. 108.583, so he's within. Oh, and in the background, the Beetle spins out. Oh, what a pity there for Louis Kluti. Kluti spins out on the last corner. And that is going to give, or gift, Philip Meyer second place. George Economides will come through for third. Kluti hangs on for fourth. Oh, and onto the final corner as well goes Van Heerden. Johan Van Heerden has gone for the out-braking maneuver on the last corner and gets it. Van Heerden wins out over Voterus for Class A in triple ones. That's the way you do it. Oh, could be a bit of issues here though for Voterus. Yeah, Voti's broken out. Has Johan Van Heerden broken out as well? Yes, they have. So Johan Van Heerden and Voterus both breaking out there in Class A. 110.8 and a 110.6. That might just change up the overalls once we've got the official results. That's unofficial results right now. Louis Skoltz from Philip Meyer and George Economides, your top 3 in the GT class. I stand to be corrected, but both Johan Van Heerden and Voterus broke out, so they might not be first and second there. That could possibly be Rachard van Zyl, who wins our Class X in 8th. And I'm going to just look down to Lucas Besaidnout, who could possibly take the win in Class A ahead of Lindsay Kleur and Piet Potgieter. Then further back from that, 124, Maritz Leroux will be second in the Class X cars. And then it looks like Wayne Labotsky would have hung on, yes he did, to beat out Roland Hopkins. And that'll be for Class B in Car Care Clinic, GT Sports and triple ones. That's them done for the day, or for the first heat of the day.